I'm a Portuguese immigrant, as many hundred others who are leaving their families and friends every day now. We couldn't find a way to survive without becoming actual slaves or to perceive some kind of future ahead. Many of us were feeling too lonely, fighting for a different kind of society where we wouldn't have to be forced to compete between each others to achieve a little bit more of nothing. So we decided to leave our lands and build our lives somewhere else where we believed more possible to pursue our own beliefs on happiness and well-being. I chose Berlin. After 3 years, I'm here today exactly in the same way as I would be if in Portugal, looking around and observing human dignity being massively attacked, experiencing precarity as a necessary means to a higher dubious end, through constant injections of fear and misinformation, leading us all to believe there is nothing we can do about our own lives. Yesterday was the European Constitution, Treaty of Lisbon, today is the Memorandum to Pay the Debt, and tomorrow is the Euro Plus Pact. These arrangements, which in the end are elaborated and applied by the same very people we elect to represent us, in collaboration with others we never vote on, who represent the financial system and economical power interests, are being pushed on us as inevitabilities before we even realize what they mean. I mean, these arrangements. Well, they're not. And we have the power to inform ourselves and actually participate in our democracy. If not regarding legislation and resistance, as our still Portuguese constitution states, at least speaking out our indignation and will to achieve transparency and social justice. I was born after the birth of democracy in my country. 37 years ago only, the Portuguese Revolution determined the beginning of a fairer and freer society, or so we thought. I grew up celebrating this date with happiness and relief, as oppression was over and I could choose my way in freedom. As I always celebrated the 1st of May, the International Workers' Day, with the same enthusiasm. We could all do strikes, join demonstrations for whatever reasons we believe necessary, express our opinions and beliefs out loud. To read electoral programs and vote on the options who approach better my expectations was always a pleasure. Anything else regarding citizens' participation was rarely promoted or even mentioned. It was, however, always something one could or should find individually. As an artist or a professor, as an activist or through syndicalism, as a neighbor, whatever. Truth is, nothing was enough, as oppression has been gradually more and more present and it's nowadays completely visible. It is quite disguised if one reads the papers and watches TV only, feeling useless against corruption and an absolute justice after a hard day working, looking for a job or studying. Despite all the governments, most opposition parties and financial system marketing, the Portuguese people perceived this indisputable reality and recently took the streets again. On the 12th of March this year, 300,000 autonomous citizens with all kinds of occupations and ages peacefully demonstrated on the streets of all our country for the right to have a future. After this, the M12M movement was created, and together with other citizens' movements as Portugal Uncut, is already collecting signatures to present the law against precarity in the Parliament. Regarding corruption and lack of transparency on the contraction of the Portuguese debt, as Greek and Irish citizens are doing, and others in South America did before, this movement started recently a campaign on the right to have a citizen audit. After the 19th of May, the Portuguese people joined the Real Democracy Now movement, which started in Spain and spread around the world. Many more citizens won't no longer passively play the role of witnesses. They are daily gathering all over the country, either camping, debating in general assemblies, spreading real information and communicating through their professional activities or producing and joining protests. In Portugal too, citizens are going to join the international demonstration on the 19th of June against the Euro Plus Pact. No matter whatever anti-constitutional policial repression that may arise again, as it did in the 1st of May in Setúbal and in the Reflection Day on the 4th of June in Lisbon. The people, us, we all have the right to resist and fight over fear and resignation. While we are no longer completely sovereign in Portugal, since the European Union, the European Central Bank and the IMF politics were imposed to us before the elections, we can and we will defend ourselves. The massive austerity measures imposed on the poorest and the weakest, while the economic elite is once again profiting worldwide, constitute a threat to our survival and freedom. Apart from Portugal, Greece and Ireland, with the Euro Plus Pact being signed in our back, this politics will become law in all European Union, no matter what our governments intend now or in the future. Globally, we cannot consent it with our silence regarding health, education, culture, investigation, environment, employment, etc. In one word, development. Dear fellow citizens who may be still thinking there is no option left for you, although you may feel individually negative, alone in your struggle for daily survival and happiness, or simply fed up with all these economical prospects and legislation intromission in your personal concerns and ambitions, reality is faster becoming tougher, and if we don't organize and unite now, tomorrow could be too hard. It is, however, never late to get yourself informed, inform others and act. Participation is the only weapon left to improve democracy and change the world's direction from misery and destruction into sustainable development, respecting nature, all living beings and the human rights. Portugueses, por favor, dia 19 de maio, domingo às 4 da tarde, em frente ao Cinema São Jorge.